Wah! We back with another one. I got my first guest on the show today. I got my good brother from another. It's been my dog for a long time. You know, we really finna step in exactly what I really want to express, embrace, and surround the daggone podcast with, and that's literally getting this shit off your chest. I got my brother Tim with me. Daggone, as you all know, this is Heavy Heart Podcast. It's all about releasing your burdens, and at the end of this thing we call life, your heart being as light as a feather. If you look at my logo, I got the heart on one side, the feather on another side. They're actually not evenly balanced, but they're supposed to be evenly balanced. But as men, we go through so much shit. We gotta release so much shit off our heart that we about gotta be able to not give a damn about nothing. So, you know, that's why most men really don't even give a at times, because to show emotions is literally a sign of weakness, and to find balance sometimes seem like that you unbalanced to a person who don't even know what real balance looks like or even feels like. So, you know, Brian, got you on the show. You know, shit, I've been trying to get you up here for like, what, about 2-3 weeks now. shit, it's been a minute. Like, you know, I finally daggone got you up here. You know, like a big thing and a big reason of why I wanted to bring you up here is because of a great father that you are. Like, most people don't even know, like the determination that you have as a man and the resiliency that you have to continuously each and every day, like, just not even provide, but be there with your kids, showing up with your kids every day. Like, damn, that's a different thing and a different feeling. Mind you, you literally my first guest, and daggone, it's a lot of different things I want to touch on a podcast, but this is like one of the main things though. Like, daggone, shoot, I want men to know that, you know, they got a place to kind of express themselves. It's good to express yourself behind closed doors, but it's also good to be able to express yourself in a public setting, and daggone, to not feel like you gonna be criticized, scrutinized, none of that shit like that.
That's real.
And daggone, you know what people don't know is, you know, cause you know, shit, damn, shit, we don't know none of these people. like shit. We both got 3 kids, like, and to be a father in the world that we live in today, shit, just to have 1 kid is a lot. Like, but to have 3 is like you're responsible for 3 different people, like, including yourself. And given the background that we got, you know, we kind of put our kids before we put ourselves, which is kind of like putting us on the back burner. So, damn, we got kids, we got our house, we got bills, responsibilities on top of that. Shit, you want to look out for the people around you. As a man, you always want to look out for your mamas, your daggone sisters, brothers, daggone, and you know, it's kind of like the daggone food chain, kind of, or is like step to this shit. It's literally different levels it take to completely be a man. Like, first thing first is to have your shit together. Like, that's the daggone first thing. First thing is you gotta have your shit together. Second thing is you gotta be able to provide for whatever seed you planted into this world. And if you're with the kid's parent, if you're with the child's other parent, shit, you gotta be able to provide for them too. So, like, daggone, that's a whole nother, like,
it's a whole nother ball game.
It's a whole nother ball game, and it's all wrapped into one, because if, like, is is kind of in the sense of where you still responsible for, not necessarily responsible, just because I know that like some men don't even really care for their
partner responsible. I mean,
yeah.
that you know what I'm saying? They're children and like you said, responsibilities. Period. Though, man, just people don't. It's a lot of guys that don't want to accept the fact that as men we take on that role naturally of, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
having to be the provider, having to make a way, no excuses, you know what I'm saying, having to be a natural born leader. Not saying the same ain't for women, but as men we are expected to from
Yeah.
the moment we born.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
like
saying?
from birth. Yeah.
From birth, from childhood. You know what I'm saying? We have expectations placed on us, and like you were saying earlier, like you just said, with it's basically like being put in a box. You know what I'm saying? And it's certain emotions and certain you know what I'm saying, ways that we supposed to go about that others ain't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like from showing anger
Yep.
to you know what I'm saying, to crying. You know what I'm saying? As men naturally, we ain't
Oh
supposed.
yeah.
We not supposed to cry. We
Yeah.
ain't supposed to show emotions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We supposed to suppress everything.
But suppression really leads to depression. Like, so I can only suppress some shit, but for so much amount of time. If you read the back of like all these nighttime daggone medicines and shit like that, it says suppressing. It don't say that it's actually getting the shit out your body. It literally say suppressing, meaning shit. I'ma hide this shit for a little while until your body finds a way to fight this shit out. So you know that's that's actually who we are internally, because I ain't even gonna say it's been put on us to kind of be like that. Like, I was talking to somebody a few days ago, and I was watching It Is What It Is with Cam and Mace.
For sure.
So Mace was saying it's three things men are put here to do: protect, provide, and basically penetrate. Like, so like you gotta protect your family, provide for your family, and shit, you gotta be able to do what you gotta do in the bedroom too. Like, so damn, it's like three standards that a man has to have, but it's different brackets under each standard. Like daggone, this shit is like way more. It's more in depth than just like to say like, yeah, shit, you know, like, damn, I take care of my business. I stand on business. I handle business. Even to say that you a man, like, I can look at you and say that you a man, but somebody else might look at you and see something different.
A whole nother perception.
Exactly. Like, so everything is based off perception. So even like some of the women that we may deal with at times, you know, like every woman's not the same, but every woman is the same at the same time. Like, every woman kind of want the same thing. Every woman wants to be provided for. Like, at the end of the day, if a woman don't want nothing else, she want to be penetrated and she want to be provided for. If nothing else, you know, she might rely on the police for protection for real. And shoot, some women can really
protect themselves.
Yeah.
Some women, you know what I'm saying, keep that strap on them.
Hell yeah, like,
You feel me? But at the same time, it's not too many. It's very rarely you're gonna find a woman that's gonna turn down the opportunity to be taken care of. You know what I'm saying? And I mean that's the expectation.
yeah,
You feel me? It's just, you know what I'm saying, us as men, what comes with that expectation, you know what I'm saying, is not always equal. You
yeah,
feel me? And even with it, half the time, you know what I'm saying, all we looking for is a place of peace, or a place, you know what I'm saying, that we can find that confidant in, you know what I'm saying, as far as
Yeah.
our partner, and you know what I'm saying, just be able to vent or get and express our emotions to, but we end up bottling it in along with trying to make sure we get the bills paid. You know what I'm saying? Make sure the children straight. Make sure they emotionally stable. You know what I'm saying? But not too often does anybody ask, you know what I'm saying, are you emotionally stable? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We bottle it in, and then when it do come out, you know what I'm saying, we get looked at as a whole different, you know what I'm saying, person. Now we the bad guy, but it's been, like I said, since the youth. We've been holding it in, you know what I'm saying? Since the youth, we've been told, you know what I'm saying, you a punk if you react this certain way. Not, forgive my language, but that's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the way people view things, you know what I'm saying? When you're younger, you scary, you're not supposed to, you know what I'm saying? We ain't believe in therapists coming up. You know what I'm saying? We ain't have nobody to rely too far as a therapist to lean on. We lean on each other.
And we really thought this was normal. Kind of.
You feel me? I'm just now at 35 working in an office setting, and I'm seeing all my coworkers, you know what I'm saying, these people that grew up in a different lifestyle, they all sit there and talk about, you know what I'm saying, therapy. I got my therapy session today. And it just hit me. It ain't that I ain't know about therapists. It's just like you said, it's something that don't cross our mind because it's not big in our community. We don't talk about it, and it's, if you did, sometimes people look at you like you crazy.
Like you're crazy. So I got a question because my homeboy kind of brought this shit up to me one day. He said mental health is kind of being pushed onto us as a society now. Like, so it's kind of coming like the next hot thing now. Like, everybody talking about mental health, trauma, and all that type of shit. Do you feel like it's being pushed on us, or do you feel like some light is finally being like shed on the situation?
It's being shed. Like, I feel like it's needed just for the simple fact of, you know what I'm saying, you think about social media. Social media as a platform is just putting everything out there more. You can't hide nothing no more on social media. And when you see people like the Tyrese's, the Will Smith, it was somebody else, but when you see these celebrities breaking down, you know what I'm saying, before our eyes, it was like this before, but a lot of the times, like, people was on Facebook, they was doing it in the forms of, you get a whole paragraph, post or something like that, with them venting. You know what I'm saying? But now everything is videoed, everything is live, everything, you know what I'm saying? So it's out there more, and people just are commenting and expressing themselves more. So I don't feel like it's pushed, but I just feel like it's being made more aware. You know what I'm saying? Like, suicide amongst men and depression, you know what I'm saying, is one of the leading causes of death right now. Amongst us as men, you know what I'm saying? And that's, like I said, due to depression. So, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely something that's, I ain't gonna say it's being pushed, but made way more aware now because we need it. It's needed.
And see, I was asking you that because my response to him was, I've kind of been going through this my whole life, kind of. Like, I've been bottling shit in since a child, for real. Like, you know, like being compared to someone else, you know, being like, you know, daggone, let's say, friends. You got friends who go compare you to other friends. You got family members who go compare you to other family members. And they kind of like, when you kind of like the black sheep, or as in that aspect, like the one who they feel like ain't gonna never be nothing, then you feel like that you got so much longer to go. Is kind of go take you so much longer to get to where you got to get to. Sometimes as a man, bro, you kind of feel like that, man, this ain't gonna work. Like, so it kind of put you in a state of, like, it kind of put you in a state of not even believing in yourself. So a whole lot of shit go back to daggone childhood. Like, what really caused you to be the way you is right now. So, like, if we really look into like our flaws that that we hold within ourselves and our flaws that we project on to different people. Because each and every person around you is a reflection of you. And on top of that, every person around you act different around other people. Like everybody can bring out a different side of somebody. So like if I'm around you, okay, so you know, like I know being around you, me and you can build together. Just off a conversation, I can sit here and talk to you like 2-3 hours about some real shit going on, about some good shit. We can talk about sports, we can talk about the kids. It's a lot of different things me and you can talk about. But with somebody else, it might only be, okay, we that gonna talk about business. Somebody else, we talking about girls. Like we talking about women. With somebody else, all we talk about is like, all we might talk about is the daggone kids. Cause that's all we really might have in common. Or that's all that somebody might see in me. Or that might be all that I see in them. I kind of got lost in my thoughts, but
no, it goes like you were saying, it goes back to the parenting. You know what I'm saying? Parenting, like it all really does, man. Because you know what I'm saying, as a youth, whether you didn't have your father there or you did have, you know what I'm saying, you had both parents or you didn't have both parents, whether, you know what I'm saying, father or mother, regardless, if something was missing, you feel me, it's going to affect you in a way that a lot of times we don't often realize, you know what I'm saying, as a youth, you know what I'm saying, even as adults, we still don't realize it takes a lot for us to therapy, or, you know what I'm saying, just putting it out there to sometimes get that realization. But you know what I'm saying, come back to that parenting, man. Like, you can have the best two parents in the world, but you know what I'm saying, as far as like financial wise, if they ain't investing in you, you know what I'm saying, as far as like on a personal level, it's gonna affect you. You can spoil a child too much. You know what I'm saying? Even I've learned that as a parent, but you know what I'm saying? But even, you know what I'm saying, people with, if you can have, like, both of us, we had great moms, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we was, even with having a great mother, it was still something they're missing, you feel me? Regardless, you know what I'm saying?
To just chime in on what you were saying, you kind of like put me in this direction. How important is it to have both parents? How important is it for an adolescent to have both parents in their life?
Extremely, man. And on levels, I don't think people understand. Just because, like I said, no matter how much, and I feel like my mama poured into me, you know what I'm saying, as much as she could, as far as being a man. But you know what I'm saying, there were still moments, you know what I'm saying, that I was like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying, it would be dope to have a male opinion right now. It would be dope to have my pops at this game tell me, you know what I'm saying, if I'm messing up here. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? It was always something, you always know something missing. So, you know what I'm saying? Even when you know something missing, you either gonna look for it or you gonna react towards it. You feel me? And you might not even realize you reacting. You know what I'm saying? Showing out in this manner, but that's why you showing out. It's because you missing something. You know what I'm saying?
And see, I like that. I was talking to my kid's mom a few days ago. We were talking about he, our son King. You know, like, just to chime in on that, like, people be wondering why people wonder why young kids act the way that they act. And it's always based off of something that's missing. Like, shit, you really can't judge somebody off of how they act up until a certain age. Like, you know, like, I think once a kid get like, probably like 15, 16, then they're like completely aware of all their actions. Younger kids, bro, it's kind of harder to judge them based off how they acting, because somewhere in their mind, they might be missing something that they really ain't telling you, because they really might not know, but it's something psychologically freaking off in their head. So, like, as a child, like, you know, like, shoot, I didn't grow up with my dad either. I grew up with another man taking care of me. On top of that, I know he ain't my daddy. So, like, I'm acting out of character because, for one, you ain't my daddy. But you my daddy because he been taking care of me like I'm his own son. Still to this day, I still call the man my daddy. Crazy thing is, I got psychological issues every time I think about it because he used to whoop the out of me when I was bad. But daggone, I can understand why shit I was getting whooped. I was bad as hell. Like, if I just got suspended, as soon as I go back to school, I'm getting suspended again on the same day. So like, I'm getting my ass whooped type shit. Like, and I'm talking about belt to ass. Like, bro, like, I remember one time, shit, I got whooped in the school bathroom. I was just so bad, bro.
But that's what's wrong with this generation now, though. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't got to show out necessarily like our parents did.
Yeah.
Because a lot of our parents, and my mom was one of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, sometimes these kids, you know what I'm saying? I know it's not condoned, but they do. You gotta discipline them. You feel me?
You really gotta discipline.
You gotta discipline them, and you can try other methods. Like, don't get me wrong, my kids, you know what I'm saying? It was through me first, you know what I'm saying? Not even going hard, but just disciplining them like a little love tap.
Yeah.
But with that, them understanding and expecting what's next, now, you know what I'm saying? All I gotta do is say something, raise my voice most of the time. They like, I need to tighten up. You feel me? And that's all I feel like it should. That's as far as I feel like it should go.
Yeah.
And if you keep going after that, you know
exactly,
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now we might need to explore other options, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's really all about that relationship you build with them early. You got to build it with them early, and it don't always take you being overly aggressive, but sometimes with certain children, after a while, you feel me? After a period of time, if you done spoil that child, or that child, you know what I'm saying, not even being spoiled, or if that child has something they dealing with, and you know what I'm saying, sometimes it's only one way to get through the kids. You know what I'm saying?
It is though, but yeah, it is, as you said, depending on the child. And I just say that because each kid has a different personality, so your level of discipline might be different for your older child than it is your middle child, because they seen your older child getting his ass whooped, or like yo shit, or they seen the daggone older child was he was getting away with all this shit, so now damn they trying more shit. So now you ain't really like, you know, like the same as like nieces and nephews and shit. Like all them is kind of in a sense is our kids too. Like, cause some kids don't even have a daddy to even look up to. Like us growing up as men, we looked at our freaking uncles and shit. Like uncles, daggone older cousins, granddaddies. Like our parents really put us in sports, or at least attempted to put us in sports to try to find some structure for us as men, because a woman knows she can't give us but so much damn discipline. But a woman also knows, like, you know, shit, you damn grew up on playing football. So football gave you a lot of discipline. Like a whole lot of discipline. Like you surrounded by like 5 to 6 different football coaches on one daggone field. On top of that, you get to see the structure of all the daggone other kids falling in line under one guy's commandment.
That's real. That's real, though. That's real, though. And it's just, you know what I'm saying? It's needed, man. Every, like, no whether is you know what I'm saying, a young man or a grown man, you need some sort of, you know what I'm saying, like a male figure in your corner.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying, somebody that you can vent to, release to, are either, you know what I'm saying, take something from. You
Yeah.
feel me? Like a mentor in a
Yep.
sense. You know, even with football, you know, a lot of, you know, even it was some of my teammates that was like mentors. You know what I'm saying? Senior
Mm-hmm.
guys that I looked up to. So you need that somebody that you can build something off of, because a lot of times you can't get that structure from your parent if your parent isn't. You know what I'm saying? If it's
Yeah.
a woman trying to raise a male, or a male trying to raise a daughter,
Yeah.
you can't get them. But so much they need that time with somebody like them,
Yeah.
regardless of when or how they get it. You know what I'm saying? Because kids can come up, man, and that's what I was saying as far as that discipline thing. Like I had a homie, you know what I'm saying, just knew he would he hit his mom just because he was accustomed to that growing up.
Yeah.
You feel me? But at the same time, it was because of that lack of discipline. That's why I
Yeah.
say at certain levels, how far you let it get before you do need to really take. You know, you might
Mm-hmm.
have to take certain discipline, because if you don't catch it while it's young, you're gonna
Yeah.
build something that when you get older is gonna be a monster. You know what I'm saying? It can get out of control.
It really can. And it daggone. Sometimes it's hard to really like catch it while it's young, because you still trying to. You kind of don't want to look at the fact that your baby ain't a baby no more. Like, especially for women. Like, you know, when daggone men die, the first thing a woman say was, he was such a good. No, you know, your damn son was out this going crazy out here.
Driving the streets.
Yeah, like
Wow.
he out this. He terrorizing every goddamn body. Yeah, like.
You feel
But
me?
in a woman's eyes, she see no wrong in her child. Like, and I can't, you know, it's like I can't even judge a woman for actually feeling like that, because we don't know what a mother loves is actually like. All we know is what it feels like to get love from your mother. But mother's love is like undeniable. Like, it's a feeling that you just can't even, like, even the hug, bro. I just really started hugging my mama like 2 years ago. That's some shit I didn't fucking grow up on. Heavy.